Oh, it's that Waterfalls song. I wanted to film before it got dark. Today was shaping up to be a one-taker, so I thought I'd step in and change that. Classes today. I've been doing homework for the last 5 hours. It's insane how much work there is. I thought this week was going to be better. Not the case. It's still a bitch. Have you ever seen? So today we didn't have a cloud in the sky. It was 80 degrees. It was perfect. Got the yard mowed, blue leaves. They're coming down hard though. Look over there, you can't even see, but that's what it's going to be a week of. Tomorrow's rain, which is going to suck. But then it gets nice again on Wednesday and Thursday, so that's good. And then it officially goes to hell on Friday. And now Michael Bublé. Anyway, stopped in the post office to ask about the passport. I got an appointment tomorrow at 2:30, so I'm going to head in there tomorrow and get that going. 1:06. I never even got out of my yard get up today. Did get that yard done, or I think I mentioned I mowed here. Did a bunch of math stuff, did some research on fluid changes on the E46. That's the final car thing I think I'm going to do for quite a while. Finances aren't going to allow, but for not much money I can change my differential, front transfer case, and transmission fluid. And I did the engine air filter too, because that's the one that came with the car, and it looks pretty good, but I'd like to have a new filter in there, and they were cheap as heck. So finally CS order, ships tomorrow. It'll probably be here Wednesday. You know, it's got 215,500 miles on it, and I'm willing to bet that nobody has ever changed differential, transmission, and front transfer case fluid. And if nothing else, just to ensure that those components continue to work. Maybe it'll loosen up the differentials a little bit, maybe it'll loosen up the transmission, make it a little bit easier to shift, which would be nice. Sometimes I notice it is hard to push into first gear, and if I use fifth, instead of neutral being in between third and fourth, it's over here between fifth and what would be gear 6 that I don't have. So maybe it'll fix that. If it doesn't, not a big deal. Just kind of preventative maintenance that I'm more comfortable doing. It's always a good feeling when you take that drain bolt out, and just outpours this black, thick sludge, and then you put in a nice golden yellow or red oil or whatever you're going to use. It's just a good feeling to have fresh, clean fluids in there. And I did the M5, I did the rear diff and the transfer case 11,000 miles ago, so or not the transfer case, the transmission fluid. So that should be good for a while, but I want to have that done on the 46 before winter. There's a couple things that I really should do before winter that the car isn't worth, and I don't have the money to put into it, like cooling system. That would suck if that went in the middle of winter. CCV, crankcase issues, hopefully we don't run into those over the winter. You know, the car's made it through 12 winters, and anything that came up was probably fixed, so hopefully I'm okay. The battery is kind of old though. It's a 3 or 4 year old battery, and it's not an OEM. So my thought process is with that, when it goes, I'll replace it. And it may or may not cause an issue, but I would rather just wait until I need to than put a $150 battery in it and not need it. That's enough money that I'm not going to do it for preventative. On the M5 I would, not the 330. We'll deal with that as it comes up. Anyways though, it's 1:09. I need to get to bed, get up, take a shower, go to bed. Tomorrow, one math class, then I have an advising appointment, then I have a passport appointment. I filled out the paperwork and got my stuff together for that tomorrow at the post office. I'll need to go and take a photo somewhere if they can't do that. And I should be able to get that filed. It takes 6 weeks unless you're in a hurry and want to pay a bunch of money. 6 weeks will be fine. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Tomorrow's going to rain, so I'll have 3:30 out. I will talk to you then. Good night.